Hi, Remek from Diginoiz here with a brief overview of the Layered plugin. I enjoy creating drum sounds with layering, and I guess you enjoy it too. But while watching numerous tutorials showing stacks of audio or MIDI clips and spending countless hours layering drums myself, I started to wonder, why isn't there a dedicated plugin that could streamline this process and make it faster, convenient, and even more enjoyable? So we made it, and I'll show you how it works. I'll start with a beautifully recorded acoustic snare sample from Layered library. It already sounds great, but I'll apply distortion to give it presence. This got some punch, but I want to get some more without excessively distorting the sound, and in such a case, a multi-stage envelope, one of Layered's standout features, allows me to precisely apply distortion to enhance just the transient. Great! Now I'll add thickness to this snare by layering it with a clap. And this is when Layered shows another advantage. All layers are conveniently triggered with a single MIDI node, so stacking is real quick. There's some silence at the beginning of the sample, so I'll trim it. Notice that the waveform, not the start marker, moves, so the sample start remains aligned with the trigger. Now, to get a better groove and feel, I'll offset the snare. This is where Layered really saves you effort, because layers can be offset easily with a mouse drag, or even easier and more precisely with a scroll wheel. Great, but I don't want the second hit of the clap to be too apparent, nor the tail to be too long, so I'll shape the volume with a multi-stage envelope. Good! Next, to add some top end to the stack, I could use the EQ. But instead, I'll add another layer, a shaker I recorded some time ago. This should, apart from enhancing the top end, add additional nuance to the snare's character. This is a stereo sound that leans too much to the right, so I'll adjust the pan. Also, I'll get rid of the low end with a high-pass filter. Alright, that's the snare. Let's listen to it without layers and with. Of course, this isn't the craziest stack. You could keep layering a percussion, a reverb tail, maybe a beatbox or a vinyl crackle, whatever comes to your mind, or whatever pops out when you press the random button. Now I'll show you how I built the kick. The foundation is an acoustic sample from Layered's library. It matches the aesthetics of the track, but it lacks modern punch, attack and low end, so I added and processed another sample to function as the body. Now it's punchy and full. Next, I wanted a click up front, so I added a dedicated transient layer made from percussion sound. Then I added a sample that works as the kick sub-bass and is tuned to the track's key. Lastly, as a top layer, I added a snare sample from the same recording session as the sample used for the main snare. Thanks to this, the snare and the kick sound more cohesive when playing together. And that's it! The retro to modern kick transformation. Now I'll show you the hi-hat. It isn't overly layered, but it uses a few more of Layered's notable features. It has an acoustic hi-hat sample as the main sound, and a reverb tail from a clap as a texture. When solo, the texture sounds a bit weird, but as a layer it adds space and feel. Various parameters of both layers respond to velocity, so each hit differs not only in volume but also in tone. That subtle variation creates the groove and makes the hi-hat pattern feel more organic. Great, let's listen to the track as a whole. These are just some of the capabilities and use cases of Layered. You can, for example, use it to create a simple percussion loop, create a more complex percussion loop, or even create a drone from an arpeggiated vocal chop. And you can export the stack of samples as a single audio file to a folder or a timeline, which significantly speeds up making one-shots and sample packs. Stay tuned for more videos on drum layering techniques and other Layered features. Please support us by giving a like, subscribing and checking out our newsletter. We're a small team and your support really matters a lot. Thanks for watching and of course, add layer.